What up, everybody? Good morning to everyone. Hope everyone's having a great day. This is your boy Food Junkie just coming at you with a little video. You saw the title. I said what I said, period. Um, yeah. I'm gonna try to weave what's been going on with me into what's happening or what I'm seeing happening on this YouTube beef sexual thing, and also remind you guys of what I used to say. What's up, baby? How you doing? Tanya Mitchell, baby, how you doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to everyone in the chat as well, and everyone who watches the video. As you guys know, for the past couple of months, about a couple months ago, I bought a car. What's up, Lena Pinero, baby? How you doing? I bought a car a couple months ago, and for the past couple of months, I've been going back and forth with the car dealership. I said it was a regionally accredited huge car dealership was not. And we know that car dealerships don't like to give back money because it hurts their P&L. Regardless of the problem is, like I said, the manager of this dealership, or this car company, I should say, was offering me like dealer tax, which is illegal for me to drive on, offer me oil change packages, which what the fuck do I need an oil change package for if I don't own the vehicle or don't show or have proof that I own the vehicle. It was just a bunch of stuff that was going back and forth. And when I came to you guys on Friday, that was my peak frustration moment because finally spoke to someone. Like I said, I've been trying to contact people for the past, I won't even say 2 months, but like probably for the past month or so. You know what I'm saying? And it was going, my request and stuff was being rebuffed. Oh, we'll call you back. No call. Oh, we'll have them call you back. No call. I'll leave messages on people's answer service. No call. Things like that. And this is me just still trying to deal with the dealership, you know what I'm saying, themselves. So Friday when finally spoke to the general manager of the dealership, whatever, you know what I'm saying, because don't hang up, don't do whatever. If I come up there, it's not gonna be nice. So let me speak to someone, please. So talking to him, it wasn't good. But when I came to you guys with the situation, it was because I was, like I said, at my peak frustration period. I wasn't coming to you guys asking you guys for anything, begging. I didn't need help. I appreciate the advice that people gave me about calling the insurance company, things of that nature. But once I vented to you guys, I calmed myself down and just started doing what I do. Because I told you guys when I first came to Georgia, I was homeless. I came to Georgia to go to Morehouse College, and coming down here was not. I knew that. Good morning to you. How you doing, Colette? I knew that I would have to stay at a hotel for the weekend, so I had money to pay for that hotel. I also had a little bit of money, you know what I'm saying, to help me for the first couple of months as well, down here by myself. But on Monday when I came down here, those was years ago. This was damn near 30 years ago. Um, you know, all these threes. Wow, $300, $30,000, 3 years. Mm. Well, sorry, almost 30 years. A lot of threes going on. Anyway, but I'll get to that in a second. Well, I just thought of that. But I knew that I was going to have to spend money that weekend to pay for the hotel, this and third. But I didn't expect to have to spend hotel for a week while they get my dorm room ready. So this experience took me back to that moment when I was, you know what I'm saying, 18, 19 years old. I was not coming down here for the first time and had no resources or felt kind of helpless because, what really could I do? But then again, I realized who I was. You know what I'm saying? I'm smart. I'm resourceful. I'm intelligent. I can do some research. I can just ask a couple of questions, the same third, and you know what I'm saying, pray and know that what I'm saying I will be okay. Never was in doubt of what I'm saying things will not be resolved. I just think they were going to be resolved this quickly. You know what I'm saying? But so I looked up statutes and codes and stuff here in Georgia about titles and dealer tags, and led me to a statute that basically said that after 30 days they were wrong. You know what I'm saying? Basically, if they didn't apply for it, whatever, whatever. So I got myself together, calmed myself down, wrote a real scathing, lengthy. And if y'all know how like I said, my writing skills is much better, and I'm much more articulate when I write than I am speaking. So I've written letters and things like that before, and results happen. So I wrote a real scathing review on the Better Business Bureau all about this car dealership, was not car lot, whatever, this and the third. Print out all the stuff I needed to print out to show them that this is why y'all are wrong. This is why I can get my money back. This and the third. And look at God, before I was getting ready to walk out the door yesterday, I got a phone call from the regional manager, regional director. You know what I'm saying? Manager director. And the CFO of the company. And when I tell you the company is a huge company, it's not just some little buy here, pay here company. And I still don't want to give out, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, because the problem was in the car, the problem was the service I received on the car. You know what I'm saying? Or the service I didn't receive on the car, I should say. So spoke to them was not, and basically told them this is a statute that I'm looking at as to why y'all are wrong. But what the regional manager did that I appreciated, that I would have still had that specific vehicle, you know, if they would have done this a month ago, was first thing he did on the phone was apologized and admitted that it was a mistake on their part. While he was still trying to play with the, oh well, we don't know, and we have the title now, so no, I don't. At this point, I don't want anything to do with your company. This and third, they understood. Let's not say, okay, well, we will refund you your money. I apologize. They were just very, very pleasant people, very, 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 very pleasant people. You know, and of course, I was professional, but still stern in my approach with them, whatever. Because let's say I don't want to do anything with you guys. I don't want this car for another minute, another hour, another day, another week. No, I don't want to wait anymore. The best resolution is to give me back my money. I walk in the door, drop off the keys, y'all hand me a check. I say thank you, and we move on from this. So basically, he said, basically that's what actually exactly happened. He was like, well, they're gonna cut you a check today, and talk to this manager was not and XYZ this and third. He said, don't go up there just yet because I don't want you waiting up there was not because I don't want you to be any more inconvenienced than you have to be. So I'll call you back and let you know when it is that you can expect that check. And this all this happened yesterday before 12 o'clock. So I had check in hand before 12 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? And the check is cleared. My bank was not. But the funny part about it is that it's not even, y'all know with me, or y'all should know about me. It's never about the money with me. Just like when someone said that there was no refunds on a trip. Okay, that's fine. That's your choice. But rest assured, I will be where my money is. I would never allow anyone, big, small, whatever case may be, to be in possession of my money that I've earned, that I've worked for, even if I didn't earn it, it's my money. And tell me you're going to do what you want to do to me with my money, and I have no recourse for that. I don't understand how people think that mindset, that shit works on YouTube. The words sound nice. That shit works on the phone. The words sound nice. But in reality, if I have to come up there, or if I see you over somebody, it's not gonna be a good thing. And like I wrote, I think Deanna was saying something on my community page, and I was like, I was fully prepared to go to jail. See, people think that jail scares you or calling the police scares you, but when you're in the right, all that extra shit, and all I'm trying to do is get a resolution. My mindset was really, I'm ready to go to jail. And if I have to lay hands on somebody up in this building, yes, I'll be wrong for laying hands on you, but I'm laying hands on you because you acting like you don't. What's up, Catcher Baby? How you doing? You're acting like um you haven't done me wrong. When I was trying to be peaceful and not act a fool, you thought that was I was playing. You thought that was a joke. Sometimes you have to show people and teach people what's not how to treat you. Because not everyone's going to treat you with kindness. Not everyone's going to treat you with respect. Not everyone's going to treat you with dignity. So at some moments, you have to teach people how to treat you. And if that involves you acting a fool, as long as you understand the consequences of you acting a fool, what they're going to be, go ahead and do it. At least that's how I live my life. And through the situation was not. Um, I found out that I'm very black and white. It's either right or it's either wrong. It's either correct or incorrect. The only middle ground that I have in my life personally are the people that aren't a part of my life. They're the gray. But me specifically is black and white. It's either right or it's wrong. All the gray in the middle are the people that I'll allow in my life. That's why I don't allow a lot of gray in my life, a lot of people in my life, because I don't have time to deal with your gray. Because for me, it's either right or it's wrong. It's either black or it's white. That's just how I think and that's how I feel. And I said what I said. You know what I'm saying? But even with the title of me saying I said what I said, you have to be willing to repeat yourself to various people. But in repeating yourself, you have to stand fast in what you said initially. You have to stand fast in saying what you say. You can't falter. You can't detour. You can't take out pieces this and the third. That's why I always say I live in truth. My truth. That's why when I tell a story about what happened or if something happened on here that I was involved in, my story is constant because my story is the truth. There's not going to be me wavering and me adding little bits that was not or changing the entire message of the story. Yes, I may get more detailed in what I said. Hey, Miss Queenie, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? I may get more detailed if I tell a story again what's not, but the basis of the story will always be the same because the basis of the story will always be the truth. I may add more, not sauce, but more details in order for me to show what this is what happened. But I left this out because it wasn't important and that wasn't part of what it needs to be. I say everyone on here wants to have all the tea, have the. It's not your place to do all that. Like people, like people in my real life who I told this to about this situation that I've been through, the car situation, they know where the car dealership, but it doesn't change what y'all do on here. If I tell people on here, if I mention the car dealership on here was not, you know how people do on here do it. They're making phone calls, they're doxing, they're harassing, they're doing stuff that isn't even called for, that doesn't even concern them. But as I showed yesterday, was not in the picture. I told you I got my check. I get every cent back. And like I said, I told y'all, I think on Friday, I was willing for them to even use it as like a lease thing. You know, saying I don't know how leases work. I always buy cars. I don't lease cars. I think leasing cars is stupid. It's like renting. You know what I'm saying, on something that devalues itself. But I was willing for them to whatever mileage you use for your lease situation, subtract that on how many miles that I drove the vehicle for these past couple of months, or had the vehicle for these past couple of months, and then take that amount out of what I paid. I wouldn't even do that. But when you're on the side of right, the complete amount of money that I paid for said vehicles, including tax on all the other stuff was not they have to eat. I got that back. Everything. Yes, like I said, a little bit over $30,000 for a vehicle. You know, and like I said, I deposited that check into my bank. The bank is clear. It was clear this morning, but before it was clear this morning, what I did was went down the street around the corner to another car dealership. You know what I'm saying? And ordered the car that I wanted initially. And I just got a text message earlier today, or today this morning, along with the bank notice saying that the funds are free on my account, that the car is being shipped to the place that I ordered it from. So I'll be able to test drive it by Thursday. It was never about the money. Just like when I said I'll be where my money is, and when I got my money refunded to me, the little $300, what did I do with that? I gave it away because it wasn't never about the money. It was the fact that you thought that you was gonna be grown. It sounded good to say there's no refunds. It sounded good to say that, oh, no one's gonna get their money back or you've been disinvited. I don't care fuck about all that. I will be where my money is. You know what I'm saying? Just like when I cut that check, and like I told them yesterday, once you told me what the amount was, you took out $5,000 off my card. You could have took all of it off my card, but y'all don't do it. That's your policy. Don't do that. So, and once I realized what the remaining balance was, I went to the bank and got a cashier's check. Go to the bank and get a cashier's check, or write a check that I can cash for the amount. I don't even know why we were discussing anything, because what you're saying to me doesn't mean anything. My mind is already made up, and I'm going to be where I'm going to be. Hey, newbie baby, how you doing, sweetheart? Three heartbeats. How you doing, baby? You know, and that just is what it is. But I said all that in those 15, 20 minutes, whatever long it's been, um, to say there's a big kerfuffle going on around now about people begging. And I'm confused as to why this conversation is what it is, or we're having a conversation now. Are people bored? Are people just stupid? I don't know. But those of you who have been here for a minute, I was one of the only people years ago that said that this begging shit is stupid and ridiculous. I brought up my story was because people would have, if anyone on here that would have been in my position, they would have came on here a lot differently than I came on here. I came on here just to vent and stress and go through what I've been going through, to bring a little bit into it, because I knew it was going to be resolved. I didn't come on here asking y'all for help, to ask y'all to hand me something, to give me something, to make me whole. Who was going to make me whole were the people in my real life that I was dealing with, which is the dealership. So I didn't come on here begging y'all for anything. Very much so, Castro. So my thing is, this begging has been a problem from the beginning. First, it was get money, bitch, or they're talking about it because they're jealous of you because they can't do it. They're pocket watching this and third. While some are, when I spoke on it, it was never that. When you start putting out birthday lists, Christmas lists, Valentine's Day lists, St. Patrick's Day lists, 4th of July lists, asking for money to pay for your Christmas dinners, wasn't that too much? But it started with every time someone came on here with a problem, the solution was, oh, drop your cash app. Why? If you're going through family turmoil, what does dropping your cash app going to do to resolve your family turmoil? You lost your dog. What is being flooded with cash apps going to do to help you with your dog ran away? What is flooding people with super chats and cash apps going to do when someone lied and pulled out an attaché case full of bills? You had those bills before you lied about having a job. You were behind on your bills before the situation happened. If you're getting final notices 2 weeks after losing your job. See, I brought up my situation at the beginning of this was not to let you guys know. It's never about money for me, because knock on wood, thank God that He has blessed me being able-minded, able-bodied to be able to get up off my ass and work and have the oomph to do so. But also being an adult and practicing the art of adulting If this situation that I've been through or went through that was resolved yesterday was it, if any aspect of that was my fault, I would have eaten the whole thing and chalked it up to a learning experience. And y'all would have known nothing about it. All y'all would have known that, oh, he got a new car a couple months ago. Now he has two cars. That's all y'all would know. 1 minute you'll see me in one car, next minute you'll see me in the other car. If any aspect of the situation was my fault, as an adult who expect adults to take responsibility for their actions, because I'm going to take responsibility for my actions, I would have eaten the whole thing and chalked it up to a over $30,000 learning experience. See, that's how I live my life. It's either black or white. There's no gray areas there. The only gray areas is everyone else. So when I hear all this commentary going on these streets in the past couple of weeks or so, all stemming from someone's GoFundMe, when you yourself had a GoFundMe, or when people have had given you XYZ as well without you putting in work to get it. People saying that, oh, they deserve the cash apps or super chats or Venmos, whatever, how y'all get the monies. But I've been seeing this and saying this for years. What's up, touch baby? How you doing, baby? I've been saying this for years. Even if you have the money, are you smart enough? So even though you get the money from these other sources of begging, are you adult enough? Are you smart enough not to be in this situation again? To come onto these YouTube channels and pages with your hand held out. With your hand out, your mouth open, and you're begging. Basically, you're virtually panhandling. See, I've watched people on here asking for money, begging for money, giving us your worst situations that you've been through. All your life, y'all had to fight. For everything you had to scrape and scrounge for. Aren't you tired? Aren't you tired of fighting? Wouldn't, as an adult, you be tired of being broke, being or claiming broke, claiming poor? I understand some circumstances was not cause us not to be where we want to be. But then it's up to us as the adults with the adult mindset to scale back on what we want. Not saying don't strive for your dreams, but in the moments where you have to ask someone else to finance your dreams, it's time for you to scale back on your reality. Because you're going to always be coming to social media with your hands held out, asking for someone to help you, starting a GoFundMe. And it's not saying this is about Stacy's GoFundMe, because I don't know anything about that. I don't care. I just hear about it, and that is, anytime someone's asking for a GoFundMe, what's not, it's crazy to me. It was crazy when Hollow's family was asking for a GoFundMe. It's crazy when anytime someone who's on social media is asking for that. I don't get it. I just don't get that. Especially if you was making money on GoFundMe the way Hollow's family was. But like I said, it goes so much further than this quote unquote beefing sector. It's all across social media. From YouTube to Instagram to Twitter, it's all across this. So this conversation I'm having isn't just about what's going on right now in the beef sector, what's not. It's all what's been building up on social media and people thinking that, oh, it's okay. And um, the initial thoughts were, oh, get money, bitch. Shout out to Kwame. But when are we going to get past that get money bitch mentality and get to the get working bitch mentality? Get get to the get provided for yourself mentality. Although I can afford a new car right now, was not in this moment in time, I bought it because I think it's a necessity for my life. Doesn't mean that I have money to hand out to people who I know isn't doing their best to be to be their best. I will never pay for it, even in my own family. I will never pay for someone else's laziness, someone else's misjudgment, someone else's miscalculation of funds. It doesn't matter what I have, what I'm able to do. I will never do that. Why would I pay for your bad mistakes? When are you going to learn the lessons that you need to learn? Hell, I've been through situations where I didn't have. Been through situations where I didn't have. I couldn't afford. I didn't have access to extra funds. Never once, even during those times, I begged. I got off my ass, did some research, used some skills that I have developed over the years, which is my brain power, being able to research things, be able to look things up, be able to ask certain questions, and found the solution for myself while listening to the advice and counsel of others, taking what I need to take from them, applying it to my life to make sure that I can maintain my life. Let me repeat that once again because I don't think y'all understand what I'm saying when I say I did that so I can maintain my life. I don't depend on other people. Like me and my husband got into was it Sunday? We got into a little kerfuffle because while I wanted to go off and act the fool and show my ass, he was like asking questions. I told you he calms me down. Like I'm really am blessed and lucky that we've met each other. You know, he's blessed that he met me for certain reasons because you know what I'm saying when he needs the fire, I'm the fire. But when I need to calm down, he's the calm. So me and him got into it. Well, it's not, you know what I'm saying, not a huge situation that we had over within an hour or so. But the point is, you know, I was like, why aren't you supportive? Because he was supporting my bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You need people around you that's not going to support your bullshit. When I know me going up there to the car dealership was I would and acting a fool and putting them on blast and coming live and showing y'all what's going on, what's not. While entertaining as that may be for y'all, and I knew it was going to be embarrassing for me. You know what I'm saying? But that's what my mindset was. What's up, Ron? How you doing, baby? That's what my mindset was. Let me play this stupid ass social media game while exposing myself, while exposing this company. And then that would have been harder for me to accomplish what I accomplished in the time that I accomplished it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I have the urges and things to, you know, act a fool and cut up and show my ass. So that's just I'm an aggressive person. But having a sounding board mixed with the fact that you know what I'm saying, I do have some dignity. I do have some type of moral compass. You know what I'm saying? I think gotta have a sounding board that keeps me calm and you know what I'm saying, let's just act let's do some research to figure out what's going on before we go up there all half cocked and crazy. But the begging aspect of it, I don't know why y'all are surprised. I don't know why y'all are surprised. It's been heading down this path for years. I've been saying this for years. These folks don't want to do nothing but sit on their ass, play keyboard gangster, and beg for money. Even the ones who don't beg for it support it and say it's okay. People who want to give will give. Well, you know what? When you look like I don't want to be ever, I think it was the reason I don't beg because I don't ever want to be looked at as helpless. And for me, that's what that looks like for me. If I'm on here constantly begging, saying, and constantly going through something, or constantly letting y'all into every aspect of what I'm going through, for me, that looks helpless. Like, what part of an adult that you don't pull your big boy panties up, your big girl panties up, you know what I'm saying, and work it out for yourself? Not everything needs to be said for social media. Not everything needs to be put on social media. Not everything needs to be asked for. Not everyone needs to be handing you something or giving you a handout. At some point, when you claim to be an adult, at some point when you claim to be an adult, you need to start looking for solutions for yourself to make sure that you are not back in that situation. And like I said, to each his own. Y'all do what y'all want to do. Give to who y'all want to give to. Give as often as y'all want to give. But you ain't getting shit from me. If I have it, I have it. I mean, I was scammed the one time on here by somebody. You know, but the individual can ask me for a glass of water on a hot day in the desert. I will literally watch you burst into flames because you're so dehydrated and hot and dried out. While I have a whole 40 ounce. What's up, Jay? How you doing? A whole 40 count, 16 ounce Costco, Sam's Club, BJ's pack of water. And I will watch you burst into flames while sipping on my ice cold water. Because you fooled me once. I eat that. You know what I'm saying? I eat that. My fault, my bad. Shouldn't have trusted you to begin with. But you'll never ever be able to do it again. Ever in your life. Not getting one for me, raw baby. That I can be evil at times. Because y'all know I told y'all from the very beginning. I told y'all from the very beginning. I'm an asshole. I'm an ass. I know who I am. I'm very honest with myself. I don't like to be that way, but I know if you piss me off, I will show you my ass and mother made you motherfucker. That's just, you know, part of who I am, part of my personality. You know, and I don't feel bad about it. I'm not apologizing for it. It is what it is. Don't get me to the point to where I got to show my ass because I like showing my ass. That's fun for me. It really is. That's why it's so easy for me to cuss someone out on here and get back to me being calm, cool, collected. Because it's always sitting on the edge. It's always scratching at the surface for me to give me a reason to show out. You know, I would never be like, oh no, no, yeah, that's me. Vindictive and petty. Vindictive and petty. But yeah, all this begging conversation of, oh my God, now it's going too far and now it's too much. It's always been too much. Anytime you have an able-bodied grown-ass adult sitting on their ass for 18 hours on YouTube and social media, following every story when you can be filling out an application or getting your resume together to get a job. It doesn't matter what job you have. Like I said, people say, "Oh, he flipped burgers and he did it." But that one time and me flipping burgers and washing toilets, let y'all claim that's what I do. Have you ever heard me say, oh, a bill can't get paid? I need some assistance. I'm going to be evicted. Oh, I've been evicted. Oh, I lost my job, so I'm going to need some help with some bill money. Never. And you never will. Knock on wood. As long as God has blessed me with air and to be able to breathe in and out, to be able bodied and able mind, I will always find a way of working. And working may not be honest, but guess what? It will pay my bills. So that means if I have to flip burgers, if I have to scrub toilets, even if I have to work at a donut shop and frost donuts in the back, I would do it before I come on here and ask anyone to do anything for me financially. Now, let's not forget, let's not mistake that I don't appreciate the financial blessings that happens on here toward me. But just know I don't need it. And it's a difference when you are being blessed financially and you don't need it, but people want to give it to you, it's not. But it's also when the difference is when you have to beg for it and when you do need it, type of thing. And that's what I have the problem with. I don't mind, like I don't problem either way. But my issue is y'all don't see this coming. Y'all don't see this coming with the wish list, your children's birthday wish list. Why would I do anything for your child? I don't know your child. Yeah, Junkie love the kids. I love the kids. I worked with kids for several years. You know, I worked with kids for several years. Still have my hand, you know what I'm saying, with dealing with children, God kids and stuff like that. Y'all see every time like that, people have kids that come to town. We talking about the kids. I'm showing you the little kid. Well, I'm not showing you the kids, but I'm talking about how we are interacting and God parents us up to these kids that comes to town that their parents love us because we are good to their kids. We love the kids. It's just right now, and I told you all the time, I want the kids. I want several kids, but I need to make sure that I am financially in a place where I can do whatever I want to do and still have children because children are expensive. And right now, I just can't do that. So I'm not going to bring a child into this household, and I'm not able to give the child everything that they need and want while giving myself everything that I need and want without working myself to the bone. It makes no sense. That's about being an adulting, making decisions. Just because I wanted it, I mean that I should have it at this moment in time. And no, I will not be just bringing kids in my house to get a check. I'm just saying. Mm-mm. That's not fair to the children. That's not fair to me. So if I never get to the place where I feel that I'm financially stable enough to have a child in the house, it ain't gonna happen. No matter how much I want it to happen, it's decisions that you make as an adult that show people, that show the world, that shows yourself that you are practicing the art of adulting. But begging and lying and go funding and wish listing and all those are a form of begging to me. All of it is a form of begging. All of it is. People ain't gonna like it. People would think, oh, he's full of himself. He's arrogant. Maybe I am. And what? Never call me a beggar. I had a $30,000 problem. So I asked the question in the last video. Did I just waste that money? And it really wasn't going to be a waste because I still had the car. You know what I'm saying? So it never will be a waste. But like I said before, I'm spoiled and I didn't want it anymore based on what the business practices that they did. But they come on here begging, asking, dry begging, wet begging, moist begging for anything. This is the situation. This is what happened. This is what I'm going through. And a couple days later, resolved. It didn't need not one handout. Didn't want not one handout. Didn't need you to buy me lunch. Didn't need you to buy me coffee. Didn't need you to buy me a Danish with my coffee. I'm so damn shady. Yeah, didn't need none of that. Got it resolved. It's all taken care of. Thank God. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, when you say what you say, people love to say, I said what I said. Be able to repeat that. Be able to repeat that. Because when I said what I said, I meant that. I will always be where my money is. Always. I don't care if it's $3, $30, $300, $3,000, or $30,000. If it's mine, you can't take it from me without me willingly giving it to you. And you won't be able to keep it without me wanting you to have it. That goes for anything and anybody, any entity, an individual or a company. And while I got my money back and I walked away from that place, you know what I'm saying? Clean and free, that scathing Better Business Bureau report will still be on the record. And I said what I said in that report. It's unprofessional. It's unconstitutional. You wanted me to break the law because you was incompetent. You know what I'm saying? You didn't do your due diligence. You didn't um, give me the deliverables of the contract that we both signed, that we both entered into. And the resolution is I want my money back. I got my resolution, but still that still doesn't mean that I went through 60 days of craziness, stupidity. You're not resolved to that because I got my money back now. Based on case law 40-3-33, I could have actually sued you civilly. And you would be, and when you was convicted, you would have been convicted of a misdemeanor. And you would have to pay all the fees, court costs and lawyer fees and things. But like I told them, stop thinking that you know who you're messing with or who you're trying to deceive. I'm not one of the people that's going to just let you get over on me. So you can pay me back the money that you owe me, or you can pay me back a lot more. And that's not a threat. That's just is what it is. I'm patient. I didn't need a car. I don't need a new car. I wanted one. I want what I want. Like I told you, I'm spoiled. I get what I want. But I want to thank you all so much for coming here. This is on my mind watching all this bullshit on YouTube and people talk about begging for the past couple of days. I'm like, y'all begging for pennies, and I'm fighting for motherfucking dollars. What the fuck is going on here? Y'all are begging for pennies. I'm fighting for dollars. Oh, I got a bag. Girl, you don't got a bag. You don't know what a bag is. I'm fighting to get my bag back. I'm just saying. Make it make sense. Y'all doing nothing for trying to get something for nothing. While I'm out here literally slanging and banging for my life trying to get this money back. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I don't need it. I'm saying I didn't need the car. Anyone could use a little bit over $30,000. Tell one person who can't. Hell, you see Oprah and The Rock out here begging for money for Maui. And that's a whole other scam. Like I said, this begging thing ain't, you know what I'm saying, just tied to this quote unquote beefing sector. You have a billionaire Oprah and millionaire, close to billionaire Dwayne The Rock Johnson scheming and scamming, using this Maui tragedy to get hardworking people out their money. Y'all look at this shit going on in the world. I told you what's going on in the beefing sector. I said this years ago. What's going on in the beefing sector It's just a microcosm of what's going on out there in the real world. Period. There is no difference. The only difference is we're doing it on a small scale, they're doing it on a large scale. Keep your eyes open. Thank you so much for being here. This is your boy Food Junkie. I love you guys. Y'all know it's not important that I love you guys. It's more important that you love yourself, you love someone else, you respect yourself, and definitely respect someone else in all aspects of, I'm saying, how we conduct ourselves. Just be respectful. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't take all that. Love y'all. Y'all have a great day. Y'all be safe out there. Hope y'all having a good start to your week. Until next time, it's your boy Food Junkie. I'm out. Peace.